I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent. All will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent. All will be lost. The airplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture.
America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys here on Friday. We had a great show for you guys tonight. A lot of different things to talk about, and we weren't here yesterday. Sorry about that. I was not feeling well on Wednesday. I kind of talked about that on the show a bit, so we took Thursday off, but we're back. We are well rested on Friday. Fumbling my words there for a second. We're glad to be back with you guys. Hope you guys have had a great day so far, a great week. And like I said, we have a lot of different things to talk about today. It has been a busy week. There's not been a lot of really major topics beyond the war itself, but there was some things that happened, almost drama related within politics, and it's all involving Donald Trump, Tucker, the Zionist lobby. So that's going to be one of our featured stories for the night. We're going to be talking about Tucker Carlson getting kicked out of the MAGA movement over his stance on the Iran war. This has been building up for a very long time. I've been talking about this for, I don't know, maybe 6-8 months now, something in that range. About 6-8 months or so, we've been talking about how the Zionist media has been turning against Tucker Carlson every single day. You have Laura Loomer tweeting out that Tucker Carlson, that's what she calls him, Tucker Carlson. Then you have Mark Levin tweeting out that Tucker's a Nazi. I mean, do you know how crazy that is to tweet that someone is a Nazi? Do you know how crazy it is to actually tweet that about somebody who is somebody you used to be friends with, somebody who works at the same company or somebody who worked at the same company that you work at now, Mark Levin? It's crazy. Tucker Carlson was at Fox for 10, 15 years, whatever it is, and then the second he leaves, he's now a Nazi to Mark Levin. He's been killing Jews this entire time in secret. It's kind of crazy. The rhetoric is absolutely insane. I mean, calling somebody a Nazi just because you disagree with them is ridiculous. Calling someone a Nazi or a Jew hater because you have different opinions about Israel, the Israeli government, Israeli policy, or Israeli influence within America, again, also fucking ridiculous. And all it's doing is putting a target on Tucker's back. I mean, your entire childhood, at least my entire childhood, and everybody I know for the most part, when you're in school, you're going through education, you're going through whatever, and you're learning about history, American history, world history. You learn to despise these people and hate them. You learn to hate anybody who was not America's side in World War II, but specifically the Nazis. You learn that it's better for the Nazis to be dead than alive, etc. So when somebody like Mark Levin comes up and literally calls somebody a Nazi and then calls them a Jew hater, and realistically it's someone like Tucker Carlson who openly says all the time, I don't hate Jews, actually. He constantly reaffirms whenever he's talking about the subject of Israel. He goes out of his way to say how much he actually loves the Jewish people. He goes out of his way to say that, oh, it's not even Israel, it's just the current government, it's the Likud party, it's Benjamin Netanyahu. So Tucker's somebody who, like I said, he goes out of his way to make it clear that he doesn't have these hateful feelings, etc. And whether that's true or not, whether he's just trying to be more presentable on camera or not, that's speculation. But actually calling somebody a Nazi and putting a literal target on their back by doing so is something that needs to be spoken about a lot more. But Tucker Carlson, like I said, he's getting completely removed from MAGA. Donald Trump even took it upon himself to make statements about Tucker Carlson, completely denouncing him. And like I said, that's going to be the featured story we talk about tonight. That's going to be our main story. There's a lot of other little things that happened. I also do want to talk later today about a story where a 12, 13, and 14-year-old group of super predators, 3 young black men, some of the most dangerous people in our country are these young black individuals. But a 12, a 13, and a 14-year-old super predator decided to rape a 12-year-old girl. And these 3 people are all being tried as adults. And not only that, their dad and their aunt decided to chime in. And we're going to play the videos today of their dad and aunt chiming in on the situation. And you could see how this happened. You could, the second you watch this video, it becomes extraordinarily clear why this happened. It happened because not only are they super predators, did they grow up in that super predator environment, but their parents are also that way. Their aunt is also that way. Their aunt justifies this. Their dad justifies this. I can't imagine what these young thugs were taught growing up, but I cannot imagine it's decorum. I can't imagine it's how to actually live in society and assimilate well to society. No, this is just another young group of black thugs who are raping, robbing, looting people, committing crimes, and becoming statistics. It's very sad that in America right now we have this problem that you would think like post-civil rights things would get better. You would think post-civil rights like black America would start thriving, but it's kind of the exact opposite that happened. Post-civil rights, we actually saw black society decline. We saw the fatherhood rate in black families just go straight down. It was at 78%, somewhere in that range of black fathers being in the home. And then now it's in the 20%. It's just above 25%. So barely over a quarter of the black families actually have a father in the home, have a disciplinarian figure in the home. And some people are like, oh, but like don't write off single moms. It's not completely writing them off, but you're not going to be able to get the same childhood or same level of discipline, or you're not going to have these same values as if you grew up in a 2-parent household. And the fact that you have to still explain this to people is actually insane. The fact that there are still people defending black culture is insane. Like, I get the arguments of saying, like, oh, not all black people are like this. It's only some black people. And, like, okay, you might be right. But at the same time, it is black Americans' responsibility to hold these other black people responsible. Because if you know that the next time you're going to get robbed, the next time you're going to get shot or stabbed or assaulted or anything like that it's going to be from a black person, you're probably going to avoid black people in your lifetime. And rightfully so. You would be justified in doing so because of this. If the statistics show you that you are 10 times more likely to be robbed by a black guy than a white guy, then guess what? You're probably going to cross the street when you see Blackie walking at you at night. It's just the reality of the situation, and people want to say you're racist for that, but it's like, no, I just actually care about my life. I care about my family. I care about the people around me. I care about my belongings, and I'm unwilling to risk them just to seem not racist. And it's like another argument I've had about a lot of the people. Like, I'm not trying to blame Irina Zarutska, like the woman who got her throat slit on the train, but it's like if that woman had been a little racist, maybe she'd be alive. And again, I'm not blaming her, but she was a woman who had Black Lives Matter posters hung up in her room, and she was white knighting for blacks, etc. This woman sat in front of a dangerous black super predator, had already been in jail 13 times, someone who she probably would have fought to get out of jail. This person reached over, slit her throat unprovoked. 0 other black people, who were all the other people sitting there, helped her at all. And this woman sadly died. And maybe if she was just a little racist, she wouldn't have sat in front of a black guy on a train. And again, I'm not trying to make the argument that everyone should walk around being ultra racist. I'm trying to make the argument that you need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of the statistics and what they say. And you need to, again, put yourself in the safest possible situation. And statistically, the safest possible situation is limiting the amount of time you are around blacks, limiting the neighborhoods you go in that are black heavy, limiting where you sit on a train or in a restaurant, etc. if you're going to be sitting right near, in front, or behind a black person. You need to be careful of these things. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's racist. Well, shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares about that anymore. We care about being safe. We care about our lives. And I would rather be racist and alive than not racist and fucking dead. So, again, we're going to talk about that towards the end of the show. I'm going to show the videos of the black aunt and the black father who are just, I mean, they're just your classic super predators. I don't even know what I was trying to say. But it's like, it shows you very clearly why these kids grew up the way they did. Why at 12, 13, and 14, they are literally raping a girl, putting rocks in her mouth so she cannot scream for help. It shows how they got like this, because they had shitty people to look up to. Because black kids have little to nobody to look up to as a role model today. And that's a huge problem as well, that maybe we'll talk about at the end of the show. I'm not exactly sure. Then there were a few other things that did happen that I thought were pretty insane. Maybe we'll talk about right here before we get into the actual main show today, which, like I said, the main show is going to be about Tucker Carlson getting kicked out of MAGA. But a few other things happened this week, and most of it surrounding the Iran war. One was, I saw a really interesting statistic. And before we go into the actual statistic, I want to put this out there, and this is something we've talked about on the show. It's something that seems very obvious, but if you're involved in politics in any way, or at least if you keep up with politics on, a daily basis, maybe even a week-to-week basis, you would see who is cheering for this war and who is upset that we're in this war. And it's not even like who's rooting for the US versus who's rooting for Iran. It's just who wants this war to happen versus who is saying it's not in America's best interest. Everybody's saying that they want this war to happen is either a complete grifter, is somebody who is a paid shill, so they're being paid by lobbyists, they're being paid by special interest groups, they're being paid by politicians themselves, or they are Jewish. There is nobody who is just truly America first in this country, who is saying that this war is in America's best interest, that America is actually gaining anything from this war. We really only have things to lose from entering this conflict and entering this war. We realistically are going to create more enemies. We're going to create more terrorist groups. We are actively engaging in war crimes as well. That's something that we're going to talk about today. We're actively engaging in war crimes, and the United States has little to nothing to gain. But who has something to gain from this? Israel. This is what Israel has wanted for over 30 years. And I saw an interesting statistic today that I was like, that's really fucking weird. There are more United States Jews, so more United States citizens who are Jewish who serve in the IDF than that serve in the United States military. And a lot of people will make the argument, but like when the US and the IDF, they're always going to war together, so what does it really matter? Here's where it matters to me, and here's where I am drawing the line. If you are serving in some other country's military, not only should you never be allowed to be a citizen of America, but you should immediately be deported, removed. Any associations you ever had in this country should have to be left behind completely. These people need to be removed immediately. I mean, there is no exceptions that I'm willing to make on this. You cannot go serve in China's military and be a United States citizen. You can't serve in Russia's military and be a United States citizen. I'm not cool with you serving in Israel's military and being a United States citizen. But for some reason, people like Randy Fine, people like Mark Levin and Laura Loomer, they want to say it's anti-Semitic to say that because I don't want Jews in America who are American citizens serving in a foreign nation's military that I'm an anti-Semite. Are you fucking kidding? That's what anti-Semitism is nowadays. Anti-Semitism nowadays is saying that I want people in America to serve the American military if they're going to serve, not the military of foreign nations. Well, why is that fucking crazy? Well, why is that so crazy to these people? It goes against our interest to allow that, to allow people who could be spying on our nation into our country. They are literally operatives of another country's military. And whether you want to argue they're our ally or not, Our ally has been caught spying on us multiple times. We even had Ted Cruz, the biggest shill for the Zionists and Jews, literally say on Tucker that, yes, most likely Mossad is spying on us. So why would we allow operatives from their military to live inside our country and call themselves United States citizens? No, they can go be citizens of Israel and live over there. I do not want these people in my country. I don't want anyone in my country working against the interests of my country. And it's that fucking simple. And it's so fucking ridiculous to say that we have to allow these people in here because they contribute to America or it's anti-Semitic to not. Like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. We cannot have people who are literally picking up arms for another nation living in our country. That's not okay. We wouldn't allow that with any other nation. We have to stop making this exception for Israel. We make this exception a lot of different times. If a pedophile was to rape somebody in America and try and flee to their country, we wouldn't allow them to. But if they try and flee to Israel, no problem. We allow them to do it all the time. Our country has to stop allowing Israel to get away with this time and time again, and stop allowing Israelis to get away with this, because these people are not Americans. If you are serving in the Israeli military, if you're serving in the IDF, go fuck yourself. You are not an American. You will never be American to me. I don't care what your passport says. I don't care where you were born or anything. If you were serving in the IDF, do not call yourself an American and see your fucking self out of my country immediately. I do not want these people here. And it's crazy to me that politicians are not on board with that. It's crazy to me that it's not already a law. I just cannot imagine a Russian, like a former Russian soldier living in America, or someone serving in the Russian military living in America. I cannot imagine that happening and our government just being cool with it, or someone serving in China's military living in America. I cannot imagine that. But for some reason, with an Israeli, it's just an accepted practice. These people who have terrorized the United States, who have been behind terrorism plots in the United States, who have literally bombed United States ships, been caught spying on us multiple times, ran the largest pedophile network of all time, the Israeli art students on 9/11, the dancing Israelis on 9/11. These are people we cannot trust. So why are we allowing them to serve in another nation's military and then call themselves American citizens? Get them the fuck out of my country. It's that simple. And for some reason, our country refuses to do that. And there was a few other things I saw that I wanted to quickly talk about before we actually got into the main topic we're going to talk about today. But there was one that really upset me, and it upset a lot of Americans as well. And I saw even one of my viewers started a GoFundMe. I'm going to start promoting that next week. I got to figure out how to integrate it on the live stream. But Brian McGinnis, he was a Marine for the United States, or is a Marine for the United States. He went to a Capitol protest, and he decided, I'm going to protest the war in Iran. This is somebody who's been very outspoken about how bad the Israeli army has been, how this war is not in America's interest, and that how a lot of Americans die for Israel in all of our wars. And this person went and they decided to say at the hearing, they said, Americans do not want to die for Israelis. Actually, here, let me play the video for you guys, and we'll just talk about it. It makes no sense for me to just explain it, because the video is so much more powerful, and you guys should see this, because this is fucking insane. So this is the video, and let's start it from the beginning. Wait, let me get the volume on. I almost fucked that up. Here we go.
Ow! No one wants to fight for Israel!
His hand! His hand! Oh! His hand!
Let go of your hand.
To be clear as well, they broke his hand doing this. They broke his hand. It took, like, this isn't, like, how many times, let me make this example. How many times have we seen them treat a BLM guy like this? How many times have we seen them treat, you know, someone protesting for trannies or someone protesting for any of these stupid fucking retard leftist groups get assaulted like this by cops? Never. And I'm not saying people should be assaulted for protesting. But what I'm saying is the fact that they assaulted a Marine, and broke his hand, and it took 4 of them, almost 5 of them, and one of the representatives as well got involved like a piece of shit, some guy who's affiliated with AIPAC. The fact that they tried to remove this person and remove them violently in this manner for saying Americans don't want to die for Israel, but they refuse to do it in any other instance, just shows you where their priorities are really at. They will prioritize Israel over America every single fucking day.
Let go of the door.
Let go of the door.
The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Sir.
And you gotta admit, like, the Marine's a tough son of a bitch. Like, we all know Marines are tough sons of bitches, but it's like, they have 5 guys on him. They broke his fucking hand. One of the senators comes in being an asshole, trying to big dick him, trying to throw him out, still fails. And this guy's still fucking standing there. Like, they try everything, and he's still fucking standing there. Marines are tough motherfuckers.
We're stuck in the door. Okay, sir.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Hand's stuck.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. You're a coward. Punk. Yeah, go fuck yourself. What do you say? Senator? Go fuck yourself. You were a shit seal. That's why you got kicked out, fat ass.
The guy chirping him. But it's crazy. I wanted to show you guys the video because I'm like, why would I explain it? Let me just show it. It makes a lot more sense to just show you. So this, like I said, Marine Brian McGinnis gets thrown out of this hearing for protesting, and he says, Americans do not want to die for Israel. The overwhelming majority of Americans do not support this war. I've made this point. Tucker's made this point. Even Matt Walsh has made this point. And it's like, they talk about poll numbers and popularity and all these things, and Donald Trump will literally pull ICE out of Minnesota because it's not popular, because mass deportations don't look pretty. No shit. No one said they would look pretty. But they're posting these hype edits, they're making it look even worse than it is, and they're like, oh, it's gotten really unpopular. We have to pull the ICE agents out of Minnesota. But then overwhelming amount of Americans, especially overwhelmingly in the youth, are like, no, we don't want to go to war with Israel. We don't want another forever war. We don't want another bombing campaign. We don't want to go to war for Israel in Iran. And what do they say? They say, polling doesn't matter. We will do this as long as necessary. And they even took it a step further. They said that casualties will happen, that they're not taking off the idea of boots on the ground, which every day it's looking more and more like that is going to happen. And they said that this is something that will last till September. That this is going to last till at least September. So guys, buckle in. I mean, again, they said, oh, this could be 4 or 5 weeks. No, this is going to be months. This is going to be almost the entire year. And more Americans sadly will die because our administration is incompetent and they're retards and they're slaves to the Zionist shills of Israel. They're slave to organized Jewry. In America, we're supposed to be able to be sovereign. We're supposed to be able to own our own country, essentially. We're supposed to be able to not be ruled by anybody. We're supposed to be the greatest country to ever live. How are we supposed to be the greatest country that ever lived if we're literally owned by a smaller country the size of New Jersey that we can't control? You have Marco Rubio saying that Israel was going to attack them and we couldn't really stop them, so we had to attack first because they would have attacked the United States back. It's like, okay, so you're telling me, in other words, you couldn't control our smallest ally, who we fund to the tune of $3.8 billion a year and trillions of dollars in military equipment? You're telling me we couldn't restrain them even though we do all that for them? Why are they our allies? Why are they our allies then? They've attacked us multiple times. Why the fuck are they our allies? Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. It actually really pisses me off. Because you have this one guy, this Marine, who's there. And maybe, like, he's a little out of order, out of line. Like, that might not be the time and place to protest inside the actual building. Whatever. You can make whatever arguments you want there. But for them to break this guy's fucking hand, for a sitting United States senator to get up and be involved in breaking this person's hand, fuck him. Fuck all these people. Fuck organized Jewry. Fuck the people running our media. Fuck the people running our government. They don't give a fuck about us. They made it so fucking clear in that moment. They weren't willing to do that with BLM rights. They weren't willing to do that with the trannies. They weren't willing to do that with any other special interest group. But when it comes to protecting and defending Israel and the Jews and Zionism and organized Jewry, they will throw you out, break your fucking hand, and embarrass you. Even if you're a Marine, even if you serve this country, even if you put your life on the line for this country, they will disregard all that and they will do everything they can to destroy you. Physically, mentally, socially, everything. It is fucking disgusting. The way they treated this man it's so fucking ugly. It is horrible. This person deserves millions of dollars in a GoFundMe. This person deserves to be set up for life after this, after that, after being embarrassed like that by them. They put Israelis over Americans, and they will do it time and time again. They're doing it with this war. They do it with how they structure the media. I mean, literally, look at TikTok. They gave it to Larry Ellison. Why'd they do that? Because the war that Israel was having with Gaza was becoming so unpopular because kids on TikTok were seeing the war crimes every fucking day. And they're like, we were taught as kids that when you see a nation destroying and killing all the people of another nation, that that's what Hitler did. So they were looking at Benjamin Netanyahu and calling him Hitler. And the Jews couldn't have that because, a Holocaust might happen again. So what'd they do? They literally bought TikTok. They banned every account that was criticizing Israel, including mine. They banned about 3 of my accounts. They banned Postman. They banned Zmilly. They banned everybody who was criticizing Israel. They control the media. They do what they can to silence you. Why? Because they will always put Israel over America. Even the ones who are not even real Israelis. You have David and Larry Ellison, they are Americans, but guess what? They put Israel over America. Bill Ackman puts Israel over America. You have all these people in the media. Miriam Adelson openly puts Israel over America. Barry Weiss, probably an Israeli spy, will put Israel over America. Seth Dillon calls himself a Christian, will put Israel over America. But they want to say we're not a conquered people when the people literally control our media, control our government, are putting Israel over you, putting Israelis over you, putting Zionism over you, putting organized Jewry over you. It makes me fucking sick to my stomach that a Marine gets his hand broken because he is protesting a war that his friends are going to be fighting in. They're going to be putting boots on the ground. It is inevitable. They tried to negotiate with Iran. Those negotiations failed today. Iran says we will make this conflict go on as long as possible, and we will have boots on the ground until you guys do. They want to kill as many Americans as possible now that we've done this. You want to know why they've also done it? And people are going to be like, oh, they've always wanted to hurt Americans. It's like, you guys have to understand what war does and the aftermath of it. When you go and you bomb the shit out of a country and you kill millions of civilians, you're going to piss them off. You're going to create terrorism. You're going to create terrorist cells. You're going to create resentment. You think a guy who has his kid literally obliterated, you think a man who has his child obliterated is going to be happy that the country that did it? You think they're going to be happy with America? Do you think a kid who watches his dad get shot or killed or blown up with a missile, do you think that kid's going to grow up and think favorably on the country that did that? That's what we're creating right now in this country. We're creating unnecessary tension, unnecessary war for the future. We're creating unnecessary terrorist events. And even Donald Trump went as far as to say is, someone asked, will there be more terrorist attacks in America? We already had the one in Texas. And Donald Trump said, like I said, it's a part of war. People will die. Donald Trump is now saying American citizens are at risk and might be dying in this. I mean, this is insane. The rhetoric we're hearing from the administration is unacceptable to me. I'm not okay with a single hair on their heads being harmed, let alone Americans dying in the streets for Israel. And that's what we're dealing with. We're literally dealing with Americans dying for Israel right now. They're dying in America on the homeland. They're dying over in the Middle East currently as we speak. And this war has nothing to do with the United States. And the United States is actively committing war crimes in this war. And for people who are like, oh, that's crazy, you have no proof of that. Literally just yesterday, and this is now being reported by every major media except for Fox and some of the extremely more Zionist ones, but most of the media is pretty Zionist, so some of them are ignoring it. But Donald Trump and the United States, in their missile attacks that they've been firing over the last few days, where did they hit in their missiles, or with their missiles? They hit a school of little girls, where there was 175 young children who were killed by one of our bombs. We exploded a school that was having a school day that day, filled with children and teachers, and we killed them pretty much everybody in it. 175 little kids dead. That's blood on our hands, on America's hands, on our tax dollars. We are spending that money to go blow up and incinerate children. And again, there's a million other reasons to be against this war. I've poured them all out before on this show. There are a million reasons to be against this war. Reason number one, and the biggest reason, is it has nothing to do with us. This is Israel's war they've wanted for 30 years. It has nothing to do with America. It has nothing to do with what they've been telling you about. We've been at war for 47 years. It's like bullshit. Then why are we just hearing about it now? I'm so fucking sick and tired of that argument. But I'm also sick and tired of having to be responsible for things like this. 175 children are dead in one attack from one missile. How many kids have died so far? How many unarmed women and civilians have died so far? This is things that we're doing that is, again, going to lead to backlash later in the future. And people are like, oh, no, that's not true. They're going to fear us. It's like, okay, yeah, did that work with all the other terrorist groups from Iraq? Did that work with them? Or did they fear us? Or did they go to war with us? Did we stay in the Middle East for the next 20 fucking years at war? Like, I'm so sick and tired of the rhetoric and the bullshit you hear from the administration because none of it's actually true. We're being raped, robbed, and looted of our sovereignty, of our right to choose, and our right to choose if we should be in a war or not. And we should not be involved in this war. We should not be blowing up schools of little kids. We should not be blowing up women and children and unarmed civilians. And we cannot expect the civilians to be like, fuck yeah, America, they killed the Ayatollah when we're literally killing their fucking kids. Trump wants to have the CIA start a color revolution and start nation building within the country. They want to, like I said, arm a bunch of Iraqi Kurds and send them in to try and fight the terrible regime. What you're going to do is you're going to create more chaos. You're going to create more terrorist groups and terrorist cells. You're going to create more problems for the United States. We are literally killing these people's children, and you're going to be surprised when these people then come and commit terrorist attacks against us. You're going to use it to justify more war in the area. You're going to use it to justify more military spending, more bombs, more feet on the ground. And I'm not okay with any of it. I'm not okay with boots on the ground. I'm not okay with American soldiers getting harmed. I'm not okay with Americans on the homeland getting harmed. I'm not okay with any of this. I'm not okay with trillions of dollars being spent on this war. I'm not okay with the fact that we cannot control the terrorist state of Israel, who we literally subsidize. They have unlimited abortions happen in that country a year, and they have that because we subsidize everything they fucking do. This terrorist state, this disgusting country of pieces of shit. I'm so fucking sick and tired of the way we are treated by our closest ally, and the fact that we on the global stage look like cunts. On the global stage, America looks like a bunch of cunts. We literally are killing schools filled with children. We are bombing schools filled with children. And sure, people can make arguments, oh, things happen, blah, 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 they might not have meant to. Okay, it doesn't matter. Explain that to the parents. Oh, we didn't mean to. Sorry about that. Sorry I vaporized all your fucking children. They're not going to accept that answer. They will never accept that answer. So I'm so fucking upset with the government. I'm upset with the way this is being handled. I'm upset with the rhetoric from the media. And it kind of brings us into like the main part of our show, which I said would be the featured story, which is like, I'm upset with the way they're acting in the media about anybody who is opposing this. If you are opposing this, not only are they trying to discredit you in every way, but they're actively trying to remove you from the conservative movement. And I'm somebody who's already said, I'm fucking done with it. Fuck the GOP. Fuck the conservatives. Fuck the Republicans. I'm fucking done with it. I'm not a Democrat. I'm still far right, but fuck them. They have done nothing for us. And it's like a huge example of that is what they're doing right now to people like Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is somebody who has been fighting for the right for a very long time. And he has been, in a way, again, I disagree with some of his rhetoric and how much he'll push, but then he'll take back a little, and it's kind of a little pussyish for me. But Tucker is somebody who's been fighting for like traditional conservative values for a while. You know, you want to talk about like what is being a conservative, what is being on the right. It's like you don't want the country to keep changing in a more progressive, gay, fucking annoying way. And Tucker Carlson has been somebody who's been trying to preserve that. He's been one of the biggest and best voices of preserving that. And whether or not I have some, I don't know, whether or not me and him disagree on things, it doesn't matter. We can still give him credit for what he's good at. He has become one of the biggest voices in conservative politics. He is one of the biggest voices on Fox. He left Fox. He's now the biggest voices in independent media and podcasting. Tucker Carlson is somebody who everybody knows throughout America, whether you're on the left, right, young, old, everybody knows this guy. And now they're removing him from the conservative movement. And they went as far as to completely just disown him. And I'm going to show you guys a post here I actually have a few because I want to go through this and show you guys what they're saying about him. Someone tweets this out. In a lengthy conversation just now, President Trump hit back at Tucker Carlson, who called the Iran war absolutely disgusting and evil. Tucker has lost his way, Trump told me. I knew that a long time ago, and he's not MAGA. MAGA is saving our country. MAGA is making our country great again. MAGA is America first. Tucker is none of those things, and Tucker is really not smart enough to understand that. Excuse me. So not only does he insult Tucker's intelligence, he's not smart enough. Crazy thing to fucking say. Saying Tucker is not MAGA. Tucker's been one of the people who literally poured millions of his own dollars into getting Donald Trump elected and to trying to be MAGA. Even Charlie Kirk was unwilling to let Tucker Carlson go. Charlie Kirk and Tucker would probably agree on this entire thing. And Tucker Carlson was somebody who Charlie allowed to speak at all the turning point events, even after everyone else in the Zionist media was like, no, fuck him. And a lot of people speculate that's possibly what got Charlie killed. You know, that's a massive thing that people speculate online. But then, you know, there's other parts of this tweet that I have problems with where he goes, MAGA is making our country great again. Okay, really? You're letting in more immigrants than you're actually deporting. We bombed Iran in June. We're going back to war with them. 6 Americans are now dead. Affordability is shit. Tell me, how is America great? How's this the golden age of America? He's not making America great again. He's pissing on all of us, and it's fucking ridiculous. But then in response to this, like I said, so Tucker gets completely disowned by Trump. Trump is like, nope, he's not smart enough. I don't want him. And this is classic Trump. This is Trump's ego. Trump doesn't want someone who's disagreeing with him, especially somebody as big as Tucker. Tucker's been somebody who's been very outspoken about his problem with the Israeli government. He's unwilling to touch on it being organized Jewry, but he's very outspoken about the Israeli government. And then you get this response from Marjorie Taylor Greene, someone else that Trump completely disowned as well. She goes, I support Tucker. Trump doesn't even know what MAGA is anymore and turned it into MAGA, making Israel great again. Trump is not America first, he's donor first. Exactly, hitting the nail right on the head with that one. Tucker would beat Trump if he ran for president, and Trump tried to violate the Constitution, tried to run again for a third term. I mean, that's just a woman being a woman. And then Laura Loomer comes in, shut up, bitch. Like, Laura Loomer, you legally can't buy a gun, you crazy cunt. You crazy psycho bitch. You literally have been involuntarily committed multiple times, and you want to call someone else a bitch? Like, shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. And then here's where it starts to get crazy. They make it too obvious. They do these smear campaigns where they do them all at the same fucking time. Like, one Jew tweets out, oh, Tucker's bad, and then every other Jew tweets it out. And I'm going to show you guys the campaign we got. So we had the first guy come in, and he said, Trump is done with Tucker. And then we have Dave Rubin coming in. Good morning, Internet. Quick reminder, Tucker's a very evil man who lies about everything, hates Trump and now Vance, and is working harder than anyone to get the Republicans defeated in the midterms. And then it goes on. You get Bill Ackman. Tucker Carlson has reached a level of absurdity that is going to get someone killed. He needs to stop this now. Someone who knows him well needs to intervene, or he will have blood on his hands. Again, these are the things they're saying to not only try and discredit him, to ruin his reputation, and to continue disowning him out of the MAGA movement. And then you have Mark Levin posting an article calling him a traitor, saying that he's shilling for Muslims. Then you have Randy Fat Fuck Fine, this fat piece of shit, who then comes in, I agree with Donald Trump. Tucker Carlson is not MAGA. First, he demanded that all Jews take a DNA test to prove they're Jewish. Maybe, that'd be funny. Then he said Muslim terrorists should be able to rape and kill Americans if they're under... Did he say that? Did Tucker... Like, I would love to see the clip of Tucker saying that they should be able to rape and kill Americans. I would love that clip. I would love to see it. Now Tucker has threatened a group of Jews who are beloved by everyone in the Jewish community, Shabbat, who bring light to the world, who do more acts of kindness in a day than most of us will in our lifetimes. Tucker falsely claimed they seek the destruction of Muslim holy sites, putting their safety at risk. It is clear that Tucker is not only mentally sick, but is a danger to the Jewish community in America as a whole. Again, they're trying to paint him out to seem like he's violent, or like he is going to lead someone to violence. Someone said, so true, preach. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting how they're acting towards Tucker. And again, I'm someone who disagrees with Tucker on certain things, but it's like the way they have completely turned on him because of this, like Tucker was their championed hero 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago. And then ever since October 7th, it's been completely different. They completely shifted. The same way they shifted their politics. A lot of the people you see on the right and donating to the right, Look where they were donating and voting with before October 7th. They were all on the left, and then they switched because, again, they realize that it's not right versus left. It's them versus us. It's Goyim versus Jews. It's Jews versus Gentile. Goyim united, we will not be defeated, though. By hell or high water, we will take this country back. We will not let Zionism and organized Jewry overrun this country any longer. And I'm so fucking sick of it. And then it kept going on. You saw, like, Josh Hammer then goes, complicity with Tucker Carlson is at this point complicity with evil. It's like, okay, you fucking, like, you are literally the merchant meme. You literally look like the merchant meme. And then you have Laura Loomer coming out. Laura Loomer, the woman who's literally been involuntarily committed 2 different times, cannot legally buy a gun because she tried to do so. She had that video of her getting drunk, trying to, like, fucking seduce that guy who was like, get the fuck away from me, you ugly wench. I mean, look how ugly this bitch is. Look at that face. She looks like a retard from Whoville. Like, if people from Whoville had Down syndrome, this is what they would look like. They would look like Laura Loomer. I spoke on the phone with Donald Trump for 20 minutes after his highly successful strikes on Iran, and he was completely unaware of the way Tucker Carlson was bad-mouthing him and the Iran strikes. While our president is actively wiping out foreign Islamic terrorists, Tucker Carlson is calling the strikes disgusting and evil. Yeah, I mean, we just killed 175 kids with one of our strikes, so I would agree it is pretty disgusting and evil. To make matters worse, Tucker's former employee, Philip Nito, who worked for Tucker at the Daily Caller, is using the Daily Mail to publish shameless propaganda puff pieces to cover up his former boss's sabotage of the Trump administration and President Trump's foreign policy in the Middle East. Tucker is actively running interference for the Iranian regime, and he's deliberately trying to fracture the America First MAGA base from within. And it's crazy, because that's what they try and do. They try and group America First and MAGA. Because Donald Trump came on the scene in 2015, 2016, and he was like, America First. And then he completely sold out on that. He became donor first, like Marjorie Taylor Greene said. You know, Miriam Adelson gave him $250 million, so he fucking did whatever she wanted. Everything shy of licking her twat, Donald Trump did. Donald Trump bombed Iran. He went back to war with Iran. He buried the Epstein files. He's actively calling for a pardon of Bibi Netanyahu, the war criminal, every fucking day. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, then it goes on. Tucker is a massive liability to the president, and his sick betrayal of our country must be completely exposed and condemned. And it's like, again, just look how ugly this fucking bitch is, and somehow people listen to her. Somehow people listen to Laura Loomer, and they're like, you know, that's somebody I can trust. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? She literally looks like a person from Whoville with Down syndrome. And then Nick Fuentes tweets this out, and I think it's a genius way to put it. Trump turned against Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene for their opposition to the Iran war and Epstein cover-up. Now he surrounds himself exclusively with Israel First Zionists like Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, and Jared Kushner. We didn't leave MAGA. MAGA left us. And that right there, this tweet is perfect. That right there is it's a perfect representation of everything that I've been trying to say. Like, everybody all the time is like, oh, you're too hard on Trump, you're too hard on MAGA, you're too hard on the GOP. And it's like, no, you have to understand that the GOP has been willing to make concessions on literally everything for the last 20 years. They took a hard line on immigration, and then slowly they let it up more and more and more so they could get cheap labor. They took a hard line against gay marriage and being Christians in this country. And then again, slowly, more and more, they're like, we need the vote, so we're going to let up on that. We're going to let up on that. Abortion, same thing. They let up on all these things. But then again, they refuse to give us anything when it comes to the subject of the Middle East. We say, hey, we don't want to be involved in the Middle East. We are done with forever wars in the Middle East. We're done with our boys dying overseas. I'm done with this. I'm done with seeing these boys die for another country, for Israel. I'm done with seeing boys in Iraq and boys in Iran now getting killed over this. I'm done with creating new terrorist groups, which we're doing because we're giving weapons to the Iraqi Kurds. We're killing people's kids, fathers, and mothers, and you expect these people to not hold resentment? You expect these people to just go on with their lives and not be like, fuck the United States? Like, they want to argue that these people hated the United States before. Okay, I promise you they're going to hate us now. I promise you that you got exactly what you wanted. You wanted them to hate us so bad, you got exactly what you fucking asked for. Now it is real that they do hate us. Now it is real that these people do eventually want to kill us. Why? Because we're killing their kids, we're killing their women, we're killing the fathers in this country. And we're doing it for Israel. We're doing it for a country that doesn't give a shit about us, that in the end doesn't want us to survive. If Israel's prophecy is going to come true, and the prophecies of the Old Testament, they have to kill us all eventually. And people don't realize that. They have to get rid of us all in the end if they want their shit to be real and true. If Judaism is correct, then all of us are going to fucking die eventually, besides them. And we have to, again, take our own side. And not just take the side against Judaism, take the side of America. America first. Do what's best for Americans. Do what's best for the country itself. It's not best for the country to allow in millions of illegal immigrants. It's not best for the country to allow millions of legal immigrants. It's not best for the country to take in 600,000 Chinese spies. It's not best for the country to allow leftists to ruin everything. It's not best for the country to get involved in forever wars in the Middle East. Nobody can give me a really good argument about why it's in America's best interest to get involved with a war in Iran. Everybody always says the same thing. We've been at war for 47 years. Donald Trump has been trying to negotiate with them. Donald Trump just wanted to eliminate the threat of nukes. No one can actually give real arguments, especially when you give pushback. When you talk about how the United States intelligence literally said, oh, but there is no threat of nukes. But then Mossad intelligence overrode that and said there is. They're like, oh, but maybe Israel was right there. Okay, so you're saying the United States intelligence is wrong, but Mossad is superior to the CIA? That's what I'm hearing from you? You hear about this 47-year war, and it's like, okay, then why are we just hearing about it now? If we've been at war with them since the fucking 70s, tell me why in 2026 we're just hearing about it now. Tell me why we've been pussies for the last 46 and a half years. Tell me. I would love to fucking hear it. I get sick and tired of these people who try and argue it because there's no real arguments. There's no good arguments for this. There's only people who are shilling, who are paid to do so, and who are Jewish. Nobody else is actually arguing in favor of this. Everybody on the left is against it, and mind you, they're against it just because it's Donald Trump. Donald Trump could take a shit and they'd say it's terrible, it's bad for the world. But everybody on the left is clearly against this, except certain people in government who are being paid to, but all the constituents on the left are against this. All the youth on the right is against this, and the only people on the right who are for this are the Gen X and Boomer retards who think Israel is our savior, and we have to do everything we can to support Israel because the Genesis verse said so, and they're too stupid to look at the fact that the New Testament supersedes the Old Testament, and we don't actually have to look that way anymore. We don't actually have to think like a bunch of fucking retards anymore. Makes me fucking sick. It really pisses me off because you see the way these people, like, Tucker is somebody who literally poured millions of his own dollars into getting Trump elected. He is somebody who put a lot on the line for this. He is somebody who retired from Fox, already a millionaire basically, or left Fox already a millionaire, and then started his own show. He doubled down. He continued to, this guy could have retired. He could be living in his cabin in Maine, fishing and hunting and spending time with his wife and kids every fucking day. But no, he did this. He did it to help Trump. He did it to help people on the right, to try and bring back people to the right, to bring people back to conservatism. And what does he get in response? What does he get as a thank you? Fuck you, Tucker Carlson. Fuck you, you Islamic shill. That's what he gets. He gets booted out of the MAGA movement. Trump calls him too stupid to even talk. Trump says he's too stupid to be aligned with MAGA and that he doesn't actually want to put America first. Here's the thing. I disagree with Tucker on a lot, but you have some fucking balls, Trump, to say Tucker doesn't want to put America first. You don't want to put America first. You have yet to put America first in your fucking... What has it been? 5.5, 6 years in office? In your first term and in this term, you have yet to put America first. You have done nothing to help us. You are the one who buried the Epstein files. You are the one who tore up the nuclear agreement in the first place. You are the one who bombed their nuclear sites. You are the one who went back to war with them. You are the one who doubled down on your statements that Americans weren't good enough to do jobs, so we had to bring in more immigrants. You are the one who pulled ICE out of Minnesota. You are the one who literally lied about everything. You campaigned, we're going to release the Epstein files. Everybody there is on the Epstein files. Donald Trump's kids are like, I'm on every government list besides the Epstein files. What files? They don't exist. If you're still talking about Epstein, I don't even want your vote. It's like, fuck you. You people are sick. You are demented. And it really makes me sick in my stomach to think about how they lied and they abused and used all of us. They literally used us for our votes, which again, I sound shocked saying it, but that's what you're told growing up. You're told politicians are nothing more than liars and scumbags, and it's true. Time and time again, we get fucked. We get looted, robbed, and raped of our right to be individuals, of our right to sovereignty, of our right to Americanism. And I want to take this fucking country back. I'm so sick and tired. And again, like I said, I could disagree with Tucker all day long about certain things and what the real problems are. But at the end of the day, Tucker is a good American. Tucker is somebody who wants to put America first, at least over Donald Trump. Tucker is somebody who risked a lot to get Donald Trump elected. Tucker is somebody who fought for Americans and who stands up for Americans. Very few people in our media stand up for the survivors of the liberty. Tucker does that. Trump doesn't even do that. Tucker does that, though. And I'll even give Candace her due. Candace does that. I think Candace is a complete and utter fucking retard. But Candace has more balls than Trump. Candace Owens, a woman, has more balls than you, Donald Trump. It's fucking embarrassing. It actually is. And you want to know who put it really well and was like, this was to my shock? Because again, I don't love this woman. I don't follow her necessarily. But I saw this video on my timeline and it popped up. And the woman, Lily Gaddis, the woman who did like blackface and like, you know, people call her the N-word, like whatever you want to call her. But she gave a great, like a great little 2-minute speech about this. And let's read some live chats before we do that. Someone goes, the U.S. being at war for 47 years with anyone means we're either completely incompetent or it means that remaining at war is profitable. We all know the answer. Yeah, it's all just rhetoric and bullshit and lies. Someone said in the other chat, the show is antiseptic. Yeah, we're very antiseptic on this show. Illegals are cool to the government, but apparently the Marines aren't. Fuck this government and anyone who supports it. Exactly. Fuck these people. They don't care about you. Take your own fucking side. I cannot be more clear to anybody. Before we get into this video, let me just say, like, take your own fucking side. You can't keep falling for the rhetoric of, we have to beat the left every year. We have to beat the left. Because the more you fall for that every year, that's how they tie you in. They're like, it doesn't matter what we're doing. We have to beat the left. They're doing this. They're doing that. They want to trans your kids. They want to do this. It's like, okay, well, literally Trump just said the other day that he is willing to trans kids as long as the parents agree to it. Fucking insane to me. Like, that, maybe we'll talk about that at the end of the show. That was crazy. But it's like, the more you fall for the we have to beat the left, the more you are just saying, I'm willing to be a slave to you. I will do whatever you want as long as it means we get this thing. Like, no, I'm unwilling to do that, actually. If we have to let the left win an election to show the GOP that we are willing to take a fucking stand and we want a true America First policy and president and candidate, then so be it. I'm willing to let the left win one. I'm willing to send a message to the GOP and say, fuck you, fuck everything you stand for, fuck Israel, fuck the Zionist terrorist state of Israel, and fuck the relationship America has with them. Fuck AIPAC, fuck Bill Ackman, fuck the Ellisons, fuck Ben Shapiro, Laura Loomer's a stupid cunt, Mark Levin looks like an ugly testicle, and Randy Fine should be sent back to Israel on a fucking boat. I want that. That's the message I want sent. That we will no longer be willing to tolerate this bullshit. We will no longer be willing to be slaves to them. Slaves to the GOP. Slaves to Israel. Slaves to Zionism. No longer will we be willing to tolerate it. No longer will we be allowing them to lobby our government while not registering under FARA, or lobbying our government in general, or try and control our banking system, or bankrupt people through usury, or 50-year mortgages, or 15-year car loans. Unwilling to accept it, and I will never accept it. I will die before I accept that. I challenge any of these people. All these people like Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, Laura Loomer, they can go back, we can argue about this, but are you guys willing to die for it? Are you guys willing to give your life and everything you stand for to this? Because I am. I am willing to die for this. I am willing to put my life on the line for this. I will push as hard as necessary. I will be as vocal as possible. I will not let this country get burned down. By hell or high water, we will have this country back. And you will have to kill me to fucking stop me. I don't think they can say the same. I don't think any of those people can say the fucking same. But you will literally have to fucking kill me to stop this. Someone just gifted 25 subs. Holy shit. Thank you. Let's go. Huge W. That kind of just threw me off. So it just popped up on the side. Huge shout out to Groiper's mom. See, we love the base moms. We love base moms. That's a weird thing I realized too. Sidetrack, but quick sidetrack. I've noticed moms are really based in a way that like sometimes dads aren't. And it's like, as a man, you always look up to your father. You know, you want to be more like a man, very obvious reasons. But I don't know, maybe it's just an Italian thing, but I've realized that it's like, I could say certain things to my dad, and my dad's like, you can't say that. That's crazy. What the fuck are you saying? Then I'll say something to my mom. My mom's like, Yeah, maybe I wouldn't say it out loud, but I agree. Like, it's just like, yo, like, let's go. We love base moms. Base moms are with it. They understand, like, especially about certain issues. You want to know what base moms really understand? Base moms understand women. Like, and I'm not saying they understand women, but like they understand that women are the problem. They get that women are the issue. They get that women, especially these young fucking hussies, as my mom calls them. My mom sees a little slut nowadays, and my mom goes, look at that stupid fucking hussy. And it's like they understand that these women are the problem, that these sluts walking out with their fucking tits and ass out, these fucking cheap fucking whores, yeah, like, moms know they're the problem. So we love our base moms. Thank you, Groiper's mom, for 25 gifted. Let's go. That's huge. That's huge. All going towards the Jubilee Fund. So thank you so much. Very much appreciated. But I want to show this video. I was just talking about it a second ago, but Lily Gaddis puts this in a great way. And like, this isn't, you guys know my opinion about women in politics. I generally think they should refrain from being in politics, but she puts this in a pretty good way. She adds a little bit of comedic effect, and it's not normally who you'd expect to hear from on something like this.
No, you just sit down and you be loyal and you support and you cope and you seethe. That's what they expect you to do. They expect you to be a good little cuck and sit in the cuck chair while a president that you voted for screws you over. That's what they expect.
Exactly.
And you know what that represents? That represents their ultimate disdain for you. You're sitting here like an idiot being loyal to a president who doesn't give a shit about you, and they're laughing at you. They're taking your vote, and they're laughing all the way into the Middle East to start yet another war. If you care about America, you will let it go. It's time to let it go. It's like chasing some guy that's never going to be, guy or girl that's never going to be interested in you. At some point, after so many hours of no response, of no contact, at one point you got to be like, he ain't that interested in you. She's not that interested. Let it go. Let it go. That's what this is. This is like literally this is like a toxic relationship. The American people are in a toxic, manipulative relationship with a girl or guy who doesn't give a shit about them, is using them for whatever they can get, meanwhile is off sleeping around with everybody else and their brother. And you're sitting back like the good boyfriend or girlfriend. Here's your flowers. Yes, I'll never talk shit about you. No, I only say good things about you. Meanwhile, that's literally what this relationship is. And if you do not see that, you are stupid. And if you are coping and seething in my comments, or if you're a person from that country in the Middle East, leave. I don't want you here. I don't want you here. The rest of you who love to be bitched by this administration, who love to sit in the cuck chair, by all means leave, because we're not down with that, okay?
Yeah, and again, she says it like a woman. She draws it out a little too much sometimes, but the message is good. It's like all these people, like the Plan Trusters, the Ben Shapiro's, actually Ben Shapiro's a little different because he directly benefits because he's a Zionist Jew, but the people like Cat Turd, for example, like that fucking fat retard Cat Turd, one of the biggest X accounts in conservative politics somehow, but this guy literally would eat shit if Donald Trump fed it to him. He is what she's talking about. He is a cuck. Like, there's no better example than that. Sitting in the cuck chair. He is a cuck. He is sitting there watching himself get fucked. Like, he's watching his wife get fucked and he's okay with it. We are watching right now as our country gets raped and destroyed. And the people who are sitting there idly by cheering it on, fuck you, you worthless pussies and cowards. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my country. You people are not going to make it. You are not necessary. We do not need you. You people are ruining this fucking country. The people like Lindsey Graham who are like, we're going to go to war in Lebanon next, then Turkey after that. It's like, dude, fuck you. Cat Turd, fuck you. These Plan Trusters on X, fuck all of you. We are being raped every fucking day, and you guys are just okay with it. We're being raped, and you guys are like, hey, you want a Capri Sun after? No, you just got raped. How about actually, let's use our voices. Let's complain a bit. Let's push back a bit. Let's fight back. No, you just want to sit there and get raped. Fuck these people. I'm so fucking sick of it. And it's upsetting to see the way they've done Tucker in this. Again, like I said, I disagree with Tucker on a lot. But the fact that they are literally kicking Tucker out of MAGA, arguably one of the more loyal people to the conservative movement. You can make arguments that maybe he's not 100% loyal to everything Donald Trump says. He opposes a lot of the things Donald Trump has done. But he has been somebody who has been in Donald Trump's ear. He even was one of the people who met with Trump before the strikes in Iran and said that we shouldn't do it. So again, I might disagree with Tucker on certain things. I might not see eye to eye with him on everything. But what I will say is, Tucker, I thank you for you trying to get the U.S. to not get involved in this. I thank you for trying to talk to Donald Trump for this. And fuck those people who are trying to cancel you in the media. Fuck those people trying to ruin you, calling you a Nazi, calling you a Jew hater, saying you're going to have blood on your hands. Fuck those people. Never take a backward step. Never give an inch. Never back down. Always step forward, Tucker. And again, we should all feel the same way. We should all have him in our thoughts and even our prayers going into this weekend. And again, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speculate too much on this. Nick Fuentes and Elijah Schaffer touched on this. But Tucker's company got hit as well shortly after the Iran war started. One of Tucker's big shipments for his nicotine pouch company, Alp, got hijacked. Millions of dollars worth of Alp pouches got hijacked. And nobody seems to give a shit. Like the FBI doesn't seem to give a shit. CIA, nobody seems to give a shit. And it's like, okay, this is a multi-million-dollar heist and nobody cares. None of the federal law enforcement cares. Makes you think that it was an intelligence operation. That's what Nick speculated, that it was an Israeli or a CIA intelligence operation. And the more every day that goes on that we don't hear about them investigating this, that Kash Patel is fucking his Mossad honeypot girlfriend but not investigating this, every day I get more suspicious that it is an intelligence operation, that they did intentionally do this to fuck with him because he disagrees with them on the Iran war. It's actually disgusting the way he's been treated. But I do want to wrap up the Tucker thing. We already had an hour, and I do still want to talk about these black super predators. I want to talk about these the 12, 13, and 14-year-old super predators. Let me get it pulled up on the screen. Where is it? We got it right here. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. So I'll show you a picture of these three super predators first. And it goes, boys 12, 13, and 15 charged as adults in brutal rape of 12-year-old girl in Florida. Miami police say a group of boys took a 12-year-old girl to a community garden in the city's Overtown neighborhood as one of them raped her for 30 minutes. The three suspects, ages 12, 13, and 15, were initially arrested after the alleged rape that happened on June 18th, but records showed two of them, the 12 and 13, were booked into the Metro West Detention Center on Thursday to face adult charges. Good. Both the 12-year-old and 13-year-old appeared in adult court Friday, where a judge ordered them held without bond until their next court appearance. Thank you for this, judge. Record showing the 15-year-old Xavier Tyson had an arraignment hearing in adult court scheduled for Friday. According to arrest reports, Jones is charged with aggravated battery and false imprisonment. Nunez is charged with sexual battery on a minor, by a minor, and kidnapping. And Tyson is charged with sexual battery, false imprisonment, and lewd and there we go. Lewd conduct with a child. Sorry, my thing like froze for a second and started going up and down. And I want to show you like what's more important is like, again, what the media is saying about these people, what I'm reading there, that's less important than what I'm going to show you with these two videos. So I have two videos. This is the first one I'm going to show. This is of the father of the 12-year-old. And I want to just show you guys how these people end up this way. There's many different reasons that these super predators end up acting like super predators, and a lot of it starts in the home. This is something that Charlie Kirk was great about talking about. He really normalized being able to talk about this. If you talked about this in the past, you were just a racist, but now you talk about this, and people are actually, they're understanding of it because they see it in their everyday lives. Black culture is going downhill. It's not getting better. The more and more shit we give black Americans, the worse it's actually getting. We give them billions a year, and every year the murder rate goes up. And it's actually absurd that we allow this to happen, that we allow them to continue to commit over 55% of all the crimes when they are less than 13% of the population. And you got to think about the fact that it's really only 6.5% of the population, because it's the black men, it's not the black women who are committing murders, and it's really only the young ones. But let's watch this quick video. It's 30 seconds long of this. This is the black dad of the 12-year-old who raped another 12-year-old.
This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail and put a life charge on a young man, a young black man that was visiting Miami and was with the wrong 2 kids.
Marvin Jones's son, Josiah, is charged with battery and false imprisonment, charges related to the rape of a 12-year-old girl. A police report says the victim says his son, Josiah, held her down and put rocks in her mouth.
So you guys see what I'm saying here. Literally, this black dad says he doesn't deserve it because he's black. So because you're black, you think you deserve special privileges to not be prosecuted for literal rape? You put rocks in a girl's mouth, you held her hostage and raped her, and then you want to say that because he's black, he shouldn't be charged? Like, fuck that. That's ridiculous. If anything, we should be charged. Like, again, they should be profiling, if anything, the exact opposite. And then I want to show this one last video, then we'll go on to our comments and wrap the show up. Actually, I mean, this video is like 6 minutes long, so I don't think we're actually going to watch this video, but just to sum up kind of what she says, because I don't want to play a 6-minute video for you guys, that's too long, but she basically justifies it like she's like, oh, was the girl asking for, like shit like that, like stuff that's like, okay, that's fucking crazy. There's a 12-year-old girl who had rocks put in her mouth, and she was raped. She was raped in a park with rocks put in her mouth because a 12, a 13, and a 15-year-old black super predator held them down and did this. Because they didn't have the parents to tell them they couldn't do it. So fucking insane. So fucking insane. But okay, that's going to be the entire show. We're already running over an hour. I don't really want to play the 6-minute video. But we'll do a stream over the weekend. We'll touch on some stuff a bit more. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the show. We're going to go on to our comment section. Remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you're on, and scan that QR code up in the corner and join our Telegram channel. But here we go. Let's go right into our comments. Someone said, Black people coffee mug. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you there. Someone said, let's go. Someone said, I wasn't sure, but Trump is an antichrist, no doubt. Yeah, did you hear the rumor? Like, I gotta verify. I was gonna talk about it today, but I didn't. But there's rumors that that military commanders were telling the soldiers that Trump said that the whole reason for this was to bring back Jesus Christ, which I think is absurd. And I want to like verify it more before I do a bunch of reporting on it, because that's fucking crazy. But here's our first comment. Let's go right with it.
I like your show. All good, but your camera is super overexposed.
Yeah, I'm getting a new camera. I went out to actually get one not too long ago, and it got fucked up. So we're getting a new camera. Don't worry, I get it. My camera's ass.
Alex Jones sitting down with arch-Zionist Tommy Robinson on InfoWars. He didn't press him on Israel, that's for sure. The same rehearsed troop Tommy puts out every time, and Alex played along.
I didn't see that. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I did not see that. I don't really watch much Tommy Robinson, but I'm a big Alex Jones guy, as you guys know. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Here we go.
There are men and women that shouldn't be in politics. It's not just women. Stop saying that, bro. Face with steam from nose.
Oh my gosh, shut up, bitch. Like, sorry to call you a bitch, sweetheart, but it's like, men and women shouldn't be in politics. Yes, I can agree with you. There are a lot of retarded men in politics too. But here's the difference. All women should be removed from politics. Just the retarded men should be removed from politics. Politics should not involve women. Women are too emotional, too susceptible to propaganda. And like, to call a spade here, they're retarded. And they're only good 3 weeks out of the month. Oh, there we go. Super chat.
At Wanker sent $9.99 on YouTube. Less than 3.
Ah, love you too. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for the super chat. $10 from Violent Wanker. Thank you. Huge appreciation. Much appreciated. Going straight to the Jubilee Fund. But to get back to answering this woman, it's like, again, I get it. You're a woman. You're butthurt over my comments about women. But it's like, they should not be. You can't give me a real argument why women should be involved in politics. And again, you're making a strong argument. Kick the retarded men out. I'm with you there, sweetheart. We can agree. But please, for a second, just hear me out. I know more than you. I'm a man. You're a woman. Women should not be in politics, and just men should be. It would be so much better, and like get you guys out of voting. And here's the thing: you don't have to pay taxes either. I won't charge you any tax, sweetheart. You could just exist and live, be a mom. You could be the baby machine you were built to be.
Should women be in policing?
No, women should not be police. Dude, imagine that. Imagine like two black guys break in your house, you call the police, and then two women show up. It's like you're fucked. You're all gonna get raped. Like all you and the two women cops, you're all gonna get raped by the two black guys who just broke in your house. Like there's just no good reason. It's like, just imagine that scenario. Should women be police? It's like, okay, like you're walking down the street, you have your baby with you, your wife's at home, and then like a black guy just comes up, punches you, and steals your baby. And then it's like, you call the police, you're like, please, help, 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 I'm being robbed. And then like two overweight black women show up, and they're like pissed off they even have to do their jobs. One of them's bleeding, and maybe they both are because they're cycling up. And it's like, you then like have to deal with that. Like, I would rather just get robbed. You know what I mean? Like, than have to even deal with that. I'd rather not call the police and just have to deal with the, women should not be cops, black women specifically, but women should not be cops. Women should not be in government roles. They shouldn't vote. Women should be very few things, and even like less teachers. Too many female teachers. Every man is feminized from a very young age because of it. They're just gay automatically. It's really annoying. We really need women to be put in very specific roles in society, and we need them to accept the idea that they do have a gift that we don't have. Like, if I had the ability to pop kids out of my ass, I would have 100 kids, or however many I'd be able to physically have at this point. Women have the ability to create life, and they just waste it. Like, they'll fucking do drugs and be sluts until they're 28, and then they're like 2 years away from being expired, and then nobody wants to put their dick in them. Nobody wants to procreate with them. And then at like 35, they can't even fucking have kids half the time. So it's like, these women need to learn early that it's like, okay, sweetheart, I get it. You're a slut in college. You think you're having fun. But what you're doing is you're wasting your best years. These are the years that you're your most attractive and you're your most fertile. Like, why are you doing Molly and fucking every chat at the club instead of actually trying to find a family? And that's what we need to be drilling into these women's heads, that it's like, stop doing your boss girl, I'm going to go own my own business and vote. And like, no, you're not, sweetheart. Get in the home, learn to cook, learn to clean, learn to shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Find a husband, find a man who will pay for all the shit for you. That fucking easy. And the more we go away from that, the more fucked up society gets. If you really look at how, like, America is like any other empire. It rises and it's declining. And right now we're witnessing America's decline. And if we ever want to see it get better, we have to look at like what's causing it to decline. Well, black crime, foreign influence, lobbying, women voting. Women voting is a big part of that. The sexual liberation of women was a big part of that. A lot of just feminism in general. And like, when you really do research on feminism, you understand that feminism was created by a man. The man didn't give a fuck about women's rights. You think the guy who hit his wife and was beating the shit out of his wife and kids and was like, yeah, we need to start feminism, you think he actually cared about women? No. What did he want to do? He wanted to tax both sides of the household. That's what they wanted to happen. They were like, you know what? We're only getting half the taxes we could get if we let women work. Why don't we do this thing called feminism? We let women vote, we let them work, and we tax them. That's why it was created. They didn't give a shit about women being free. They just wanted fucking money. So again, like, should women be police? No. Should women be in politics? Fuck no. Should women be involved in most things outside the home? Probably not. Hope that gives a good answer, though. Someone said, I would rather just get robbed, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you... Like, I don't know, if you knew that it was going to be like two black ladies showing up to like save the day if you called the cops, like, why would you want that? Like, it's like, okay, like, I'd rather just rob me, I'll go on with my day at that point. Like, all right, here we go. Let's move on.
Though on the Department of Homeland Security change, I like it a man should be in charge.
Yeah, I called that a while ago. I got to do more research on the guy they replaced her with, but it's good. Again, like, the Department of Homeland Security being run by a woman is an embarrassment. And Kristi Noem's, like, of all the women, she's the dumbest cunt that exists. So, like, I'm glad.
Yeah, a man should be in charge, but not a man who's Israel first and received almost $500,000 from AIPAC. Do your research.
I haven't done my research on him yet, so I was planning on doing that this weekend and talking about it Monday.
He has received $91K, not $500,000. Anyway, while I don't like that won't affect with immigration policy, I don't trust him in geopolitics, but he can still he good in domestic issues. We'll see if he's good. Perfection is the enemy of good.
I got distracted there at the end. Sorry, guys. But yeah, okay, he took money from AIPAC. Okay, so I'll check that out. It doesn't matter if he took $91K or $500,000. He's sold his soul already. The second you take $1 from those cheap cunts, you're fucked.
Good episode.
Thank you. It was kind of a lazy episode, but thank you. Appreciate that. All right, we're almost halfway through these comments here.
Put Publix grocery store in your Google Maps and then drive over to there and get you some aloe vera for your forehead and probably the rest of you. Also, when is Firehouse Fishback going to come on the show?
Yeah, I was a little sunburnt the other day. I do look better now, though. Look at this. I'm mogging, I'm mewing. Look at that. I look objectively handsome as shit. I'm a handsome devil going into this weekend. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this white chocolate. No wonder Ceci loves me. No wonder these women can't stop throwing themselves at... No, I'm kidding. But thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the tip. I knew I needed the... Knew I needed to get some aloe. I got it. We got it fixed up, though. We got covered up. No more sunburn. We're good. And when is Fishback coming on? First week of April, so about a month. Very excited for Fishback to come on, and Jubilee in a week.
Billions shift from side to side, but the wars go on with brainwashed pride with no love of God or human rights. This is a prophetic song from the 80s. It feeds the rich while it buries the poor. You're power-hungry selling soldiers in a human grocery store. Ain't that fresh? Axl Rose. Guns N' Roses Civil War super-based lyrics that could save America. P.S. I agree with Nick on 95% of shit.
Yeah, I would say I'm same range. I'm in the 98% of shit. Love you, Rogue, though. You're the man. Thank you for always being a fan of the show. All right, let's keep going on.
Marines are literally different humans beings. 4 cops and still couldn't get him out of there. Hope his hand heals fast.
Yeah, that was crazy. Marines are built different. It took 4 of them and a senator to remove him from the building.
Police have lowered physical hiring standards tremendously. Imagine if it was all female cops trying to detain
yeah,
that
exactly.
man. LOL.
That answers the should women be police question. It's just look at what just happened in it took 4 male cops and a male senator to get this Marine out of the hearing room. Imagine if it was female cops. Imagine you have 4 women cops trying to beat the shit out of this guy, and this Marine is just one punching these bitches. He just starts doing a jab and teep. He pulls up like Strickland. He does the little move like this and just does jab and teep. That would be crazy. Imagine you get I don't know, one of them goes like Mighty Mouse and does a flying triangle. These women would be fucked. We cannot have women in roles that are not, women should not be in roles that require any physical strength or any thinking at all.
Would have took an army.
Exactly. You would literally need a literal army of women to get him out of there. You would need 50 bitches. And here's the thing, if you had 50 bitches in there all trying to get him out, what would happen? They would all just beat the shit out of each other because women hate other women more than they hate anything. A woman hates a woman who's prettier than her, who's smarter than her, who has a better looking guy than her. Women hate women who they see as better than themselves. It's crazy. Someone says, fuck, we're on the comments already? Fucking cows got out. Yeah, dude, I started the show a little early tonight.
Plus our testosterone is down massively thanks to companies and their chemicals. I seen 2 15-year-old boys wrestling with dad in that vid.
Yeah, I mean, men are just way stronger. Men are just so much more athletic because it's look at what happened when they had the 15-year-old men's high schoolers play the women's pro soccer team. They beat the shit out of them 22-5. These women are just, they're weak.
The beard is great, but I feel like the mustache deserved a retirement speech.
I know. I might bring the mustache back. I do miss it.
Mustache man would approve.
Yeah, I think he would like it. Should I bring that back? Should I bring it back fully?
The Groiper grift can be very lucrative. Beta male Zoomers are easily swayed. James here has no talent and won't be successful at it, but kudos for giving it the old college try.
I'm better than you. You sound like a seething bitch. You sound like a woman. Suck my American dick. Fuck you. Kill yourself. Does that answer you, sweetheart? You gave it the old college try. Kill yourself. Shut the fuck up, pussy. You're nothing. You're an anonymous commenter. Who are you, pussy? Suck my dick. You're an anonymous commenter and you're like, I did something here. Kill yourself. Literally, die.
Whether you believe you can or you can't, we're right, bitch.
I'm always right. I'm objectively always right. I was blessed with that gift to just always be right. I'm better than that person.
So do all you clowns that voted for Trump realize how stupid you are?
Do you
the
ever
rest
get
of the
tired
world
of
knew
commenting
Hugh
the
was a
same thing on
grifter.
every
Yet
episode,
you
you
low-eyed
fucking
conservatives
idiot?
fell for it. As always, Americans dying for Israel.
Yeah, again, I know. You're just repeating the shit I say, you fucking idiot. You comment the same thing on every show. Like, fuck off.
Oh, brother, Kamala wouldn't have been any better. Maybe it would have changed MAGA's viewpoint on Iran, but that's just about it. You sound like a groiper right now, Mick, ironically. Pretty sure no one voted for Trump so we can bomb Iran. But you must have low IQ if you think Kamala was the answer.
That's the thing. These leftists are so fucking low IQ. They are actually retards.
Kamala was definitely better than Trump. Can you even name one policy you disagreed with her on?
Can I name one Kamala? But yeah, opening the border wide up. Like, are you kidding me? She sucked a dick to get to the top. Kamala Harris sucked off Willie Brown to get into politics. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know anything about this woman. You just saw a black woman and you're like, I'm gonna trust her with my life. It's like, I would rather watch a man burn this country to the ground than ever watch a woman sit in the White House.
But the comments you make sometimes irritate me as much as Rogue. You went too far by calling all Americans low IQ.
Again, like, Christian, you're just reading way too much into that. Relax.
The difference between the Jewish extremists and the Muslim one is that the Muslim one don't just focus on one region. Basically, it's way more common for a Muslim extreme to want to start a new caliphate than it is for Jewish person to want to conquer the entire world by the sword.
Yeah, maybe not by the sword, but they'll conquer it through lobbying, through media, through blackmail and bribery. Like, okay, like, that's, who gives it? Okay, like, sure, you can make the argument one's more willing to commit violence, or openly willing to commit violence, while one does it more on the shadowy side of things. But then on the other hand, one is more willing to use pedophilia as blackmail. So it's like, your argument's shit, and it's low IQ.
Also, Rogue said morales in Spanish, not morals.
Who cares?
There is no smoking to prove that, though.
There is smoking guns to prove everything I just said, actually.
Also, is worse bribery or violent invading single country?
Depends on what level. You can make you can make great arguments that bribery and blackmail can be worse than violence sometimes, depending on the scale of it and what they're used for. Especially when you think about how the blackmail involves violence, like they were raping and killing young girls.
Bro, just kiss Rogue already, holy shit.
Dude, Rogue's the man.
I was thinking the word morale. You know, like our country's overall morale is low from Jews blackmail our politicians with child sex. Don't worry, Christian. The morale will be even higher than the Germans in World War II this time. We all see the absolute truth and are absolutely convicted this time.
Alright, we're almost done with comments here. We're ripping through them, guys.
All or most of the Jews in the Epstein thing are atheists or secular Jews. The actual extremists are the ones you see in the West Bank. Obviously, I'm not saying all Jews in the West Bank are extremist, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, but like, you saying they're secular doesn't disprove any arguments.
God's will does not actually care what you think, my man, because what you think is wrong. Come into the country without due process. Your ass is leaving without due process. We need ICE to be more aggressive. Only 300 negative 400K deported? Not enough.
Not enough deportations at all. We are literally, we're not even going to touch Obama or Clinton numbers. We had 12 million illegal immigrants come in, but we're struggling to even hit 1 million out. We need to get these people the fuck out of our country.
Maybe that number's more, but still at least 6 million came in under Biden.
Way more than double that. Double that, maybe even triple it. Way more than 6 million. It was like 12 or 18.
How are we supposed to know if someone is illegal without due process, dumbass?
You don't need, that's the most retarded comment I've ever seen, Jamin. Shut the fuck up. How do we know they're illegal? You verify you don't have to give someone a court case to tell that they're an illegal immigrant, you stupid fucking retard. Holy shit. People like you really piss me off when you say the most retarded shit ever. How are we gonna verify that they're an illegal if we don't give them an entire 3-month-long court case? I don't know, maybe just check their fucking papers? Stupid fucking cunt. Holy shit.
What I'm trying to say is, as soon as we know that you're here illegally through scam, etc., you get no court date, nothing, throw your ass in the back of a truck and ship you out.
Exactly. Put them on a boat, send them wherever the fuck they came from.
If you're not gonna follow the law coming into the country, why the hell should we protect you from unfair treatment?
Exactly. If you're gonna violate US Code 81325, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want you here.
Can we agree calling someone a half-breed is disgusting and racist?
No, I literally call people slurs all the time. Calling someone a half-breed is disgusting and racist. Shut the fuck up. What are you, a half-breed? I know you are, actually. But, like, someone in the live chat goes, what policies did Kamala even have? Exactly. Here's the funny thing. Like, Kamala literally, like, copied, like, half of Trump's policies at the end, too. So ridiculous. Dude, like, I don't get offended at what people are calling other people. Like, who cares? Just relax.
Answer is there is due process and citizens have not been deported.
There are a lot of citizens we probably should deport too, to be honest, though.
To me that term is personally offensive for obvious reasons given my island's history with mixing.
Dude, relax. Stop saying my island when you're an American. That's gross. All right, that's all the comments we had for the day. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Thank you guys for being fans of the show. Remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you're on. Give us a follow there. It's pretty simple. If you can't figure it out, you're not going to make it. That's retard level if you can't figure out how to hit a follow button. And then join my Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. Thank you guys for being fans of the show. Please don't drink and drive tonight, but if you do, remember to call your lawyer first. We'll be back on Monday with the show. Maybe I'll do a gaming stream this weekend. Not exactly sure. Huge shout out to our super chatters, Violent Wanker. And then we also had Groiper's mom who did 25 gifted on Kick. So huge shout out to you guys going straight to the Jubilee Fund. Thank you guys for everything. And I will see you guys again on Monday. Thank you. And I hope you guys do have a blessed day, blessed night.
Life a wonderful adventure.